You pick the template, you swap out the text and call it a day. So if you have stumbled into biggest trap in Canva design, you are at the right place. So let me give you a few tips. And first and foremost, I'm gonna give you an analytic. So 50% of you haven't even subscribed yet. So please hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot and I can make more videos to support you guys. So let's get down to business. So what I'm talking about, and you can just go with the flow or just stick with me and I will show you exactly how to break free from the Canva look and start creating work that is truly unique for yours. So Canva is an amazing tool and it has made design accessible to everyone, and that's a beautiful thing, but its endless library of templates and graphic comes with a hidden danger I like to call templates. So you open the app and you're immediately bombarded with thousands of gorgeous finished design, and you just scrolling down 2 minutes and you're just scrolling and looking for something that feels right? And before you know it, and the 30 minutes have vanished and you finally settle on one template that's close enough. And then the real struggle begins, trying to cram your message into a box that wasn't made for it. So you change the photo, you tweak a color, but the original structure is still not there. You are not actually designing, you are just decorating something. So if this problem is suits for you, stay to the end. I will show you a few tips how to make better designs. So this process doesn't just smother your creativity, it wastes your most valuable asset, your time, and you wind up with a design that doesn't quite work. So it might, feel like a little off brand and just dissolves into a sea of other kind of generated pictures. So your message deserves, better, and you definitely deserve a better process. So the problem isn't, just Canva and how I've been told to use it. We are just staring on the step 5 instead of step 1. So to fix this, something pros have been doing for decades. So planning the design before the computer even boots up. So don't worry, you don't need to be a masterful artist. So this is about strategy, not drawing skills. I can call it the 20-minute creative pre-flight, and it's a workflow that will completely change how you create. It's just a 3 simple steps. And before you place a single pixel, you have to know why you're making this thing. And just please grab a notebook and answer 3 questions. What is the single most important message? If people only remember one thing, what was it? And please write it down on a piece of paper or a note. The second question, who is this for? Your audience? Who are your audience? And the third question, what do you want them to do? Like click on a link or save the post or just feel inspired. Get the specific. This 2 minute task is your creative compass, giving you the guard. And the next thing, let's figure out the feeling of a design. This isn't about finding a template to copy it, it's about capturing a mood, right? So I recommend keeping a swipe file or a quick mood board on a Pinterest, or even just a folder of screenshot on your desktop or your computer or your phone. So just spend 3 minutes and no more and hunt on inspiration. Just look at the color palettes, font pairings, and photo styles that match the goal you just set. Are you going for a bold, energetic, or a calm, minimalist way? So find 2 or 3 images that you vibe you wanna represent. So okay, this is the most important step I'm gonna show you. So and I really need you to hear me out this. Your sketch supposed to be ugly, seriously. And we are not making a masterpiece. We are making a quick messy sketch on a paper. Lets you explore ideas way faster than you ever could on a computer. So just grab a pen or pencil, draw a few little boxes that match the shape of your design, a square for an Instagram post, or a rectangle for your story, and these are your thumbnail sketches. So in the first box, think about the main message from the step 1. So that's your headline. Where should it live? Like draw a thick scribble to represent it. So what about the rest of the text? So a few thin lines will like need an image, like draw a big box with an X through it logo, or a call to action, or a little circle on a square in the corner. So what are you looking for basically? So now do it again in the next box, but change one thing. What if the headline is at the bottom? What if the photo on the left instead of the right? And you can just blast through 5 or 6 layout ideas in the time it takes to drag a single text box around the Canva. So this simple exercise forces you to think about the hierarchy and the composition, the design, and the fundamental that templates often just hide from you, basically. So after 5 minutes, I have a handful of rough ideas, a circle one that feels the best, that the ugly sketch, that's your blueprint for a success. So you're no longer a passenger in a template, you are the architect. This much, I really appreciate it. And if you have a friend who could use this video, please send it to them and just watch it and learn from it. Let's get down to business. So the sketch is your guide, turning Canva from a place of overwhelming choice into a powerful tool for your creation. So first, set yourself up to success. If Canva has a profile, the brand have your best friend. Here you can preload your logos, your exact brands, colors with the hex codes, and even your specific brand fonts. And getting this organized means your key assets are always just one click away, which is a massive time saver for you. So with your blank canvas open, your first move is to build a structure basically based on your sketch. Don't even think about fonts or colors yet. Just add some blocks and use a text tool for a placeholder, text where your sketch shows it, and drop a simple frame where your image will go. So use the Canva alignment, guys, to make sure everything is spaced out nicely. This is what gives you a design that basically polished, professional, and you're building the skeleton basically. So once the structure is there, it's time for to bring it to life. So just please replace the placeholder text with your actual copy and just upload your image and drag it into a frame basically. And now look back at your 3 minute mood board and apply to the brand colors. And you just already have a weighting in your brand hub. So just all you have to do is just choose a font that fits your hierarchy you plan in your sketch. And just since you already made all the top decision on the paper, this part is the fast and the fun part also. So you're not guessing anymore anything. You are just creating your next plan. So by the way, if this workflow is starting to click for you, hitting the subscribe button, let me know you want me more content just like this. So it's free for you and means the world to me, to my channel. So finally, let's get back. And it's time to just to polish, zoom in and check the details. So is your logo placed correctly? So this is the final 10% that takes the design from good to a great. So let's look at the difference. One hand you have the design made the old way. You grab the popular template, change the words, and just move on, and it's fine. It works, of course. But let's be honest, it looks like a Canva template. So on the other hand, you have the design we just made using 10-minute pre-flight. So you started with a clear goal, was inspired by a specific mood, and was built on custom layout from a simple sketch. So the message is stronger, the branding is clear, and it feels intentional and unique because it is basically. So and now for the fun part, you can use Canva features like smart mockups, instantly put your unique design on a home screen, a t-shirt or a coffee mug. You can find these in the apps section, and it's an awesome way to show people how your ideas looks in the real world and really makes your work stand out. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this one. So the most creative work happens before you sit down at the computer. So diving straight into Canva and letting templates lead the way is a recipe for reactive generic work. But making just 10 minutes to plan to define your goal, to find your vibe and sketch your layout literally is a proactive strategy. So this isn't about creating more work for yourself. It's about making the work you do more effective, and it's a habit that will save you a ton of time and frustration, and it will help you tap into a level of creativity and didn't know you had before. So you will stop making Canva design and just start making your design just using Canva as a beautiful, amazing tool. So to help you out, I will put together a free downloadable PDF in the comment section. So you can download it and you can use it with the link to make your design more better. So now I got a quick question for you guys. What is the biggest challenge you run into when you start a new design? Is it coming up with the ideas or just choosing a color template? So drop a comment below. Let's help each and get better. So thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one here.